Hey Zane, do me a favor, everybody, shut the door. I gotta get on a video call. Shut the door for me.
A video call. I'll watch.
I see. Just got a picture of you.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
All right, that's fine. Let's see here. Okay.
All right, what's up?
This is real easy.
Okay.
What I need you to do, you gotta get. Can you get yourself set up like you did the other day? Where?
You want me to do it, or are you gonna show it?
Oh, I need you to do this as I show it to you.
Okay. What you want to show me first?
No, I want you to stand up. I want you to, so I can see you.
Okay, let me just get this position.
All right, I can't see your feet. I gotta see your feet and from your feet. Is there any way you can turn your computer sideways? I'll get a better shot. Can you take yours and like if you take it and lean it this way, so I get a long picture. Yes. Okay. All right. Perfect.
Better?
Huh?
That's better.
That's better.
Hold on real quick because for video purposes. So we're gonna show me right now.
Yeah, but what I want you to do is, can you turn your computer the other way so that you
Just
flip your
flip
yeah,
it.
right. Great. Now that will allow me to flip my computer this way. All right, great. Now, go ahead and take your backswing.
Okay.
All right, now transition to your downswing. All right, that's what I thought. Okay, here's what we're going to work on. Can you see me pointing to you?
Can I see you pointing to me?
Hold on a second. All right, can you see my finger?
Yeah.
All right, but no, you can't. Okay. Let me see how I'm going to do this. I'm going to stand up. I want you to watch my ankle. This is key.
All right.
You know when you can see my ankles?
Got it right there.
Okay. Watch this move. When you get to the top of your backswing, I want you to feel that it's almost like you turn to the inside of your right, like this, like inside this arch,
Right.
with the combination of turning into the arch and down on the ball of the big toe. So this part right here is where I want you to feel pressure.
Okay.
So I want you to feel like the pressure goes in and to the front. Now, if you do it properly, what's going to happen is you'll notice your right knee will automatically start pointing right to the ball. See that? Okay, so go back and let me see you do it. All right? Better, better. Do it again.
All right, now we just flip it for the video purposes.
Okay. Now, do you feel your right knee go in with that motion?
Yes, I mean, I can feel an immense amount of pressure and tension on the ball of my foot and the instant, like the whole arch.
and it goes from the arch to the big toe ball. Now,
It's turning my knee in.
right, exactly. Now watch what happens. Ready? I'm gonna do this. I want you to watch what happens with the motion. So here's what happens in a great golf swing. So now we come down. We're on the inside of our arch, and the weight is transferring to the ball of our big toe. And while that's happening, this knee is going in. But watch this. This is the magic. Look how the right hip drives right down with it, which takes this shoulder, this whole thing right down on plane. Notice the plane that my right side follows.
Right.
Okay? Now, when I do that, and I do it properly, my left hip, boom, right out of the way. But this is what you got to be careful of. This is where you got to really concentrate and work on this motion. This is why I wanted to get back to before you go to the range. You cannot transfer it this way, because you see where my right knee is going more out.
Oh yeah.
That is where I think
It throws you off plane. I mean, it's going to throw me. I mean, I'll be over top the ball.
And I think that's what was happening with some of your shots
Well,
here.
that I'm going to tell you right now. Here's the other thing I know I was doing. I could feel myself, which is kind of odd for me. I typically don't have a lot of lateral slide. I rotate pretty good. I think I was sliding because I was focusing on driving this, this in.
Right.
I think I was getting. I think I could feel which would also cause me to top the ball. I think I was pushing myself out when I was trying to focus on the driving of the knee. I think I was here. So I think I was moving just not much, but a tad there.
Well, if you move, see, here's the thing. If you move a tad here, and this isn't rotating, that's why you get that shot off to the right. Because if this chest isn't rotating, the club's coming in open.
Okay.
See that? You see the motion where, as opposed to the right side dropping down into the slot, if the right side is not dropping down into the slot as a result of that ankle. Now, here's the thing that you gotta be very, very aware of. So here's what happens. So we're coming down into our downswing. We started. This is how we started. We started. Jack Nicklaus, love his line. It's played from the bottom of your feet. So what happens is we get this feeling that we're coming to the inside of our right arch, and at the same time we can feel everything coming on the ball of that big toe. We feel this right knee coming in. We feel this right hip coming in. We feel it. Now we get to this point here, and this is crucial. This is extremely important. If we don't allow this big toe, and I got to do it, I got to come back here.
Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit.
If we do not allow this big toe, and watch the difference. I'm going to show you the difference between what I call spinning and pivoting. Do not spin. This is spin. If I allow this to spin on that ball, that's when I'm going to get over.
Yeah, you'll come out. Okay.
What I do is allow the energy that's going down. This becomes a pivot point. That big toe becomes a pivot point. You almost want to feel like a ballerina dancer up on that toe. The more you can pivot, and this is a pivot. That's a pivot. Everything goes down and pivots. This is a twist or a turn. And that will throw you off plane big time. It's hard to do without shoes on.
Well, right, because you're not going to be able to come up on your toe.
That's right. And I have a bad big toe on my right foot, so. Now I want you to notice something that you probably didn't even pick up. Stay right there. Stay right there. I want you to notice where the left instep is of your foot. Notice how that's in?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you turn and that goes in, try to keep the foot flat.
Okay.
And that insteps to turn in just like you're doing. But the flatter you can keep that, the more torque you're going to create. If you give it into it by picking your foot up like this, let me back up. The more you give into it by picking your foot up, you take away torque. And to prove the point, go to your backswing, pick the outside of your left foot up. Now push it down and feel the difference in the torque. Leave your body, don't feel the torque.
Yeah.
So when you pick that left foot up, you're removing torque from your backswing. If you keep it, that's better. Yeah, that's better. That's better. So to sum up, what we got to work on.
I just want to get the sand. She needs help.
No. Hold on, Dad. Tell her wait. Do not get that out. Do not get it out. Go ahead.
Okay. What we have to work on is the feeling of the right sequence in the bottom of our feet that is going to allow, here's the sequence. We feel that slight turning to the instep, and I'm going to do it in slow motion. So the sequence is we get to the top of our backswing. We feel the slight turning to the instep of our right foot. And at the same time we feel our weight kind of shift to the ball of that right foot. That motion creates this beautiful plane of the shoulders because now the hip has been allowed to drop into the slot. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So as that drops into the slot and this drops into the slot, we get to this point here. And this is what's so crucial. We've got to allow that full rotation to that pivot point. That must happen. And if we do that with our foot flat on the left and that pivot, allowing this to pivot, that's all power going to the back of the ball, the back of the ball.
Okay. All right, I'll work on that tonight.
Okay.
Cool.
So just take that with the other things that we worked on, and I think you're going to like the way it's looking by the time you get down here.
All right, cool.
All right, son. Have a good one.
I'm going.
All right, bye.